we have everything good to go on this post page here. And let's move on. Actually, real quick before we move on, just so you don't have to have these down here. This is previous and next. And in terms of what that means is, when if you decide to start a blogging platform, or if you decide to start blogging and you go with WordPress or you go with Jekyll or you go with Squarespace, these buttons down here will like take you to the next blog post and the previous blog post. And they have that the same on our blog page. What's going on there? Let's fix that so I can show you. So the problem is actually, let's just go back index.html. As we're in the posts, so we're going out of it, and then we're looking for index.html. Beautiful. So now, we have different blog posts, and this will take us, to the next 3 blog posts or the previous 3 blog posts. But for now, we're going to create an about page. So we're actually in this index.html here, and we need to change this fixed top to about. And let's change this to actually, I'm sorry. Let's just change this to about.html. And we'll go up here in blog and we will create a new file. And we're just going to go ahead and we'll copy all this just because it's easy to grab. And we'll save it as about.html. Beautiful. And now let's reload this page. We got about here. I'm going to click on it. It's going to look a lot the same. So first thing we want to do is we want to change this blog from being active to about being active. That way that blue will stay under about. We know what page, or the users know what page they're on. So let's go up here to our nav list. See this class active right here? Just go ahead and exit it. And let's put it right here. That's just telling the user what page they're on. There we go. And I'm not focusing as much time as editing the the nav bar in terms of routes because these paths, and when you choose whatever blog platform you're on, it's going to be easy to it's automatically going to fix these links for you for whatever page you're on. So it's not as big of a concern. So you're more than welcome to, but right now what we're focusing on, you're more than welcome to edit all these routes each time and make sure they're correct. But right now what we're really focusing on is the design of the page and learning CSS and HTML, and that's why I'm not putting as much time into it. So what I really want to do in this lesson is talk about offsetting columns. So we're on a 12 column system here, and first I want to talk about offsetting columns. So what we're going to do is we don't want all this, okay? And to be honest with you, on the about page I don't even want a sidebar. So what I'm going to do is delete. I'm going to delete this whole div of sidebar. We're going to reload the page and let's see what's going on here. So inspect element, we have blog main here. So really blog main doesn't do much other than give it the font size and the line height. And then we have a column small 8. So basically all the way through small it's going to take up 8 columns of the page. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to make this a little wider and center it, but I don't want it to be the full 12 column width. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over here just so I can show you here. Oh, sorry, go back to CSS. Grid system. All right, so we've already gone over this. It's 12 column grid system. However, I only want it to be, like these 10 columns. I don't want it to be the full width of the container. So how do we do that? All right, there's this thing called offsetting columns. So see how they did column here that's 4 columns wide, and then there's this space and then 4 columns wide over here to the right. We're going to do something similar to that. So what we want is first we're going to do, and I'm going to do column medium, by the way, but medium, and I only want it to be 10 columns wide. All right, so let's see what the page looks like here. So we got 10 columns wide, but it's not centered in the page. Okay, so if it's 12 columns and it's 10 columns wide, then we want 1 column on the left of space and 1 column on the right of space. So all we have to do here is just offset this column by 1 on the left. So to do that, you just say column medium offset 1. All right, so that means there's going to be 1 column on the left and 1 column on the right of space. Beautiful. So that's exactly how we want it, looking like that. And now we can go ahead and pretty much take out everything in this blog post column. Blog post div. Including this UL class down at the bottom, these two previous and next links, because there will be no previous or next, about sections. There's only one. So reload the page. All right, beautiful.